You have a beautiful relationship with Marvin, your husband. You have a successful speaking career.
Yes.
You're making a lot of money now. How are you balancing that within your marriage with Marvin?
It's pretty easy, actually, a lot easier than I expected. So we consider ourselves not to be 50-50. We actually consider ourselves to be 100-100.
Okay, wait. I'm just saying, because every time we touch on this subject, it's going to go viral. So I was basically,
I know, I'm ready.
So you, I'm going to be real.
Yeah.
No disrespect, Marvin. You are what the world would say, a 10 out of 10. And you're telling me that you contribute to the financial success of y'all's marriage.
100%. Correct.
And some of y'all out there are 6 out of 10 and you talking about you don't want to do that. What in the world? Okay. Which I am so grateful that you said that. It is refreshing because it sounds like you have a true partnership, you and Marvin.
Correct. How we define it.
How you define it, right? But how I'm defining it too. Because it's like, you're like, hey, I'm not giving 50-50. We're putting everything into
one pot.
One pot.
Correct. Everything goes into. So let me start by saying his check, and you know how entrepreneurship is.
Right.
Money is up and down. Every month is different. Some months you don't get anything.
Right. What career field is he in without saying too much of his personal business?
He's an engineer.
He's an engineer. Yeah, so he can have great months, great years, and then it could just be like, it's a slow time.
Well, his check is consistent.
Okay.
So he has his steady salary. It's mine that where I make a lot of money, but every month looks different.
Yes, I got you.
So his check pays the bills.
Okay.
Pays all the bills because that check we know is going to hit on the first. All the bills come out.
Yes.
Now my check, which comes in sporadically.
Yes, I get it.
Comes into the same bank account.
Okay.
That's when we try to cover our investments, pay off our debts.
Yes.
We're looking to start a family next year, so paying into a future college kids fund.
Yes.
Paying into our savings account, our down payment for a home. All of the extra money that comes with my check, that goes straight into our savings account, or we divvy it up to pay off things. But his check is purely bills.
This is sounding so good to me.
Yeah.
It's music to my ears.
And I think it's important, and I thought it would be difficult, but it's a lot less difficult than I thought because we literally lay out our finances every time money comes in. And the way I've seen our debt deplete, the way I've just seen us be able to connect and have really hard conversations about money.
Yeah.
I love seeing us building each other.
Wow.
And no one's money is necessarily their money. Now, do we take a certain amount of money, if it's extra, left over to go into our personal accounts? Yeah. But it all comes into one pot first, and then we divvy it up.
Did y'all do that from the very beginning, or did y'all have, how did you do it in the beginning?
Once we got married.
Okay, once you got married.
Yeah.
Love it. And how did y'all have that conversation? Like, how would you suggest other ladies in your position who are coming to the table with something? Because I can say it was on my show. One of my friends, she's getting married, and she's like, "Yeah, we'll never combine bank accounts."
Oh, okay, yeah.
She was like, "Yeah, I'll never do that. No, my money is my money. His money is his money. I'm gonna give him part of the rent. And the mortgage, and da da da." But I'm like, with where you all are going, could that work for you and your husband now?
It wouldn't work for me. And you know what's interesting is I actually drove that conversation on combining in totality.
The woman did.
I did. And it is because she was the former owner of the Miss DC USA franchise. Her name is Carla Crawford. She's my other mom, I consider.
Yeah.
And she talked to me, she's been married for over 30 years. And she talked to me about, I just went to her for marriage advice. I don't really have anybody else to call.
Yeah.
Although I think I have marriages around me, I wanted a marriage that is so long and consistent. And I said, how do you guys manage finances? Because like you said before, I make more than he does, but he makes great money. But I do make a little bit more than he does. And I said, I'm a little nervous about how we're going to run the finances. And she said, the best thing that you can do, and the best thing that myself and my husband does, is we combine in totality. It is transparent, it's clear, and that's the only way for you to build,
Right.
in her opinion. And this lady lives in a mansion in Potomac, and I mean, she's up there.
Yeah.
She said, how can you build generational wealth without combining you all together to pass down financially to your children and your children's children? How can you do that without having that transparent conversation and absorbing all of your assets into one? And I remember thinking to myself, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that, honey. I got too much now. I don't know. And after I sat down and thought about it, I said, I'm going to go all in with this. I'm going to trust, have faith, and I'm going to trust the fact that he has shown me that he is financially responsible. And I want our kids to walk into a household in which everything is out there in the open, and we are investing together into our kids' futures. And I knew there was no way to do it without combining and be 100. And I just said, let's go all in. So once we put it all into one pot and checks started depositing, and we sat down and we started doing the numbers, it got so easy.
And I'm pretty sure when y'all look at it like, dang, we doing this thing.
Oh yeah. Like,
you know what I'm
once we see
saying?
the credit cards going down and the debt going down, the student loans, I'm like, man, we're really like,
easy.
It's very easy.
What's going on, family? Listen, every day is a chance to make progress. Whether it's sticking to your budget, saving a little extra, or treating yourself to that guilty pleasure takeaway. And let's be real, we all need those little wins to keep us motivated and moving forward. Speaking of wins, though, let me tell you about my friends over at Chime. You see, I used to get hit with these hidden fees left and right, and it felt like I was constantly playing the financial game whack-a-mole. But when I discovered Chime, no more monthly fees and no maintenance fees, just smooth selling all the way. So now, what set Chime apart is that it's not just a bank, it's a community. With Chime, you're not just another account number, you're a part of something much bigger. And I want you to join millions of us Chimers who are making strides towards our financial goals. You see, with Chime, you get paid 2 days early, no monthly fees, and access to over 60,000 ATMs for free nationwide. Plus, when you give your friend a boost, a little bit of extra money, and they can boost you right back for no fees. It's like having each other's back in a financial game. So here's the deal. I want you to head over to chime.com/TTAO and enter promo code TTAO. When you open up a Chime checking account and activate your debit card, they're going to give you some lunch money. That's right. They're going to give you $10 right in your bank account. That is $10 for simply doing what you're doing, and that's opening up a Chime account. So what are you waiting for? Let's make progress together, $1 at a time. And speaking of progress, let's get back to today's show. What's going to eventually happen when y'all pay off, all your consumer debt and y'all see the savings now start stacking up?
Right.
Watch how y'all spend differently. Because like, wait a minute, we can put more money into that. Wait, we can put more money into our kids' fund.
Right.
Wait, we can get into a house quicker. It's like, it's just when two come together, like, you're going to even be speaking better.
Right.
He's even going to be advancing in it because like money just shifts everything when we see we have access to more.
Right.
And so I just love the fact that you all are doing that. I just want to commend you and thank you though for saying, you know what, as strong and as successful as I am, I trust my husband.
Right.
And it's not just I trust husband. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Okay, cool, great. I trust God.
Yeah.
And the Bible says when two get married, not relationship advice, I am still single. I'm just a biblical preacher. When two come together, they're no longer single.
Right.
We combine as one. So we can't say we're married and still operating as single people. That's just my philosophy. But I agree that you should have your own spending account. All right, babe, we got all products taken care of, investments, debts allocated. You got $1,000. You can come back home with a Louis bag if you want. As long as out of that account, But you can't touch the main account without us having a conversation.
Exactly. And that's exactly how it works.
Wow. See, this is good. Like this is some really good stuff, because I'm curious, like, I ain't never met you more, but I love you, brother. I gotta ask this question though, because I know ladies are saying this. I've heard ladies say they cannot respect a man who doesn't make double their income.
Wow.
Some of them are still single. You're married, so marry a woman.
Wow.
What would you tell a woman who is successful like you, single, and saying, and she a 10 out of 10, a beauty pack, all that type of stuff, and she's like, girl, I can't respect no man who don't make no more, who made more than me. I mean, well, who doesn't make more than me. Like, literally, I've heard people say that.
Oh, I find that so interesting, because there's so much more to a human being than just what they make. I've met millionaires that are monsters.
Good God.
I've dated millionaires that are monsters.
Good God.
So when I think about that, I feel like we don't look at high moral character as a value. And I think that that's our problem.
Yeah.
I think it's such a deeper problem. And I don't know if people have been surrounded by individuals that are emotionally intelligent, that are kind and sweet and loving. Like, I feel like if you've been around that type of human being, their money is a bonus.
Yes.
Because just at their core, they're incredible.
Yeah.
But, he has grown financially over the years since we've gotten together. And when we first got together, he was making less than he is making now. And I can't even explain how amazing of a human being he is. And engineers make great money.
And he's gonna make more.
And he's gonna continue to grow and make more. So, while I don't necessarily condone dating someone for their potential, I always say date people for their capacity.
Ooh.
Date them for their
That's
capacity.
good.
And that's when we
good.
talk about being equally yoked.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's less about potential. It's literally what's their capacity to succeed, to
I love
accomplish,
it.
and to take care of you, and to be a provider. And you know a provider when you see one.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't think anybody needs to be a millionaire. I think when we come together, if you're making great money and they're making great money, I mean, when you come together, I think that it's awesome. And if the lifestyles are similar, if we like to travel, we like, me and him, we like to splurge and do first class every now and then. And I feel like money is a part of that top 5 priority.
Absolutely.
I definitely don't think it should be number 1.
No.
I definitely think values and high moral character should be at the very top of that list. And if you have that, and you have the capacity to be something amazing, and I see that in you, and you're building it, and you're actually in the process of making that come to fruition, I'm ready to stick it through. Are you a good human being?